Thermofocus is a Technomed product designed and manufactured in Italy. This DVD is mainly made for the Thermofocus series 01500, 0800 and 0900. However, most of the sections are also perfect for model 0700. If you have the model 0700, please see the last section on this DVD and read the other information in the manual. Congratulations! You have just acquired 5 thermometers in one. Thermofocus allows you to take your baby's temperature in a completely hygienic way and without having to touch him, if, for example, he's sleeping. Its red light, which is completely harmless for the skin and eyes, enables you to place the thermofocus in the ideal position to measure the baby's temperature quickly, accurately, and hygienically. Thermofocus can also be used to measure the room temperature at any time. All you have to do is leave it on in the room. Thermofocus helps to ensure that the child's room is at the ideal temperature, which is between 18 and 20 degrees centigrade during winter. Some mothers may find it difficult to know when the bottle has reached the right temperature. Thermofocus allows you to measure the ideal temperature, which is 37 degrees. Don't forget to shake the bottle before taking the temperature. Thermofocus also allows you to quickly measure the temperature of the bath. The ideal temperature of the bath is 37 degrees. Note, mix the bath very well before taking the temperature. As baby grows, so does its appetite. Here too, Thermofocus can help you to determine if baby's meal is the correct temperature. The ideal temperature for baby's food is 37 degrees. Thermofocus is really 5 thermometers in one: accurate, fast, and hygienic. Inserting the batteries. When first using the Thermofocus, you must first insert the batteries. Take the Thermofocus in one hand, placed upside down on a stable surface. Press with the thumbnail of the other hand, or with a tapered object like the cap of a pen, on the small button situated at the top of the device. The battery cover will then open. Insert 4 AAA batteries, making sure that the positive and negative ends are correctly placed, as indicated inside the device. Replace the cover and close carefully. Body temperature measurement. To take a body temperature, first press the face button. The word "Ready" will appear on the digital display. Open the protective cap. Press again and hold down the face button, holding the thermometer perpendicular to the middle of the forehead and moving it closer to or further from the forehead until a single point of light appears. Release the button and hold the thermometer steady until the aiming lights flash. Read the value shown on the display. The thermometer goes on standby after 20 seconds and indicates the room temperature for 4 hours before turning itself off. If the baby is moving, it is sometimes difficult to take the temperature, and there is a risk of getting an inaccurate reading. Approaching the baby with the aiming lights already on may help by giving you enough time for a steady reading before the baby moves. If the baby is crying or sweating, it is advisable to take the temperature on the navel or under the armpit using the home button. It is very important to carry this out while the baby is normally dressed. Simply lift the clothes with your free hand immediately before taking the temperature in order to avoid heat loss from the belly. With the 0700 model, it is not possible to take the temperature on the navel. Taking the temperature from the navel or the armpit is recommended for children, but is also suitable for adults when there is no body hair to interfere with the reading. Otherwise, it's advisable to take the temperature about 2.5 centimetres or 1 inch below the ear for adults or 1 centimetre, 0.4 of an inch for babies using the face button. These measurements are not as accurate as the forehead measurement and should only be used as an alternative when a forehead measurement is not possible. Object temperature measurements. To take the temperature of an object, a liquid or food, press and release the home button to activate the device if it is on standby. Press the home button again and hold it down. The 2 aiming lights will come on and the display will start to show the symbol Home. Direct the beams to the middle of the surface until they form a single point, and then release the button. The temperature will appear on the digital display. For the bath, if you can't see the red dot in the water, it is recommended to take the temperature about 5 centimetres from the surface of the water. Don't forget to mix the bath water well before taking the temperature. After taking the temperature of the water or the soup, wait 30 minutes before taking any further readings, so that any possible condensation can disappear. Golden rules. To ensure that the correct temperature has been taken, please adhere to a few important rules. Both the baby and the thermometer should always be stabilised at a room temperature between 16 degrees centigrade and 40 degrees centigrade. If the child has just come in from outside, he must first adjust to room temperature. Take off his coat, scarf and such, and wait for about 30 minutes before taking the temperature. If there have been recent changes in room temperature, do not forget, before taking the temperature of a child, to first bring the thermometer to room temperature. As an alternative, you can completely solve this problem by activating the manual quick stabilization system of the device. See the MQCS chapter. Calibration of the thermometer at the right room temperature. To take the temperature correctly, it is necessary that both the thermometer and the baby are stabilized in the same room where you want to take the measurement in order to stabilize it. When coming from a room with a different temperature, Thermofocus will stabilize itself automatically at the temperature of the new room. The time required can vary between a few minutes to more than half an hour, depending on the difference between the two temperatures. However, if there are wide and rapid variations in temperature, or the device is handled for a long time, it may take some time to reach the correct stabilization point, indicated by a countdown in the digital display. We suggest not taking the temperature of a person while the display is showing the countdown, as this may produce an inaccurate reading. If the temperature in the room continues to fluctuate, or the device continues to be handled, the amount of time needed to complete the calibration will continue to be readjusted. MQCS, Manual Quick Calibration System. The function called Manual Quick Calibration System, Manual System for Quick Stabilization, enables the user to instantly get the thermometer to the right temperature. With the device off or on standby, simply press on the face and home buttons at the same time. The display will show the word CAL. Within 10 seconds, press the home button and aim the device against a wall or an object with a constant temperature placed at about 80 to 150 centimetres, 30 to 60 inches, from the floor, that can be a representative temperature of the room. In order to be sure that this is a suitable temperature, avoid aiming the device against an external wall or window, or a heating or cooling source, a lamp, a PC, a heater, an air conditioner, etc. Setting of the device. Your thermometer has been set depending on the country of destination. However, you may change these settings to suit your own preferences. Proceed as follows. With the thermometer in standby mode, press the face button and hold it down. After about 8 seconds, the display will visualize in rotation the following combinations: degrees centigrade, degrees Fahrenheit, rectal, oral, on, home, off, home. On and off means the display shows the room temperature for 4 hours before turning off, or turning off after the last measurement. When the preferred setting appears, release the button. You can change only one setting at a time. In some markets, these settings can be different according to the models and the local laws. (0700) series. With the model 0700, you can take the body temperature in the same way described for the model 01500, but using the on button. If you want to take the temperature of an object between 1 and 55 degrees centigrade, you have to use the on button. But you also have to subtract the value indicated on the sticker on the back of the product from the value shown on the display. Example: after a measurement on a bottle, the display shows 38.5 degrees centigrade. If the value written on the sticker is -2 degrees, you subtract 2 and obtain 36.5 degrees centigrade. This may not be the exact temperature of the object, but it is an acceptable value. Important notes. Thermofocus is mainly developed to take the temperature from the forehead, which is the only part of the body close to the brain that is not covered in hair. The brain is the most important and delicate organ in the body, and the one most liable to damage from excessive temperature. According to the cause of the fever, the head is usually the first part of the body to modify its temperature, either rising or falling. Do not be surprised if you sometimes find fever on the forehead and not in other parts of the body, or vice versa. It simply means that the fever is rising or falling. However, do not underestimate these situations and consult the doctor, informing him of the temperature measured. In order to gain a better knowledge of the characteristics and usage of this device, please read the manual.